and everything.
Yes.
I hope the topic is very interested. It's clear. And the
Yeah, yeah.
next topic is the next topic is method overriding.
Yes.
And in the other hand, we can say like uh, method overriding, but the people will call the dynamic polymorphism. What do you mean by
Mm.
dynamic polymorphism? Why we are calling this? And what is the need of? See, whenever we go a dynamic polymorphism or a early binding, all these things are same. Okay, early binding, okay, dynamic polymorphism or method overriding. Okay,
Early binding.
when,
Okay.
when whenever we say dynamic or whenever we say early binding, all these things come to the same word, same name. Those are the
Mm-hmm.
synonyms. Now, this method overriding will be happening in two classes. That is the first thing we need to understand.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, these two classes is we are binding together by using extents, or we are making the connection between these two classes are called as the extent. One is
Yeah.
child class and another one is super class,
Parents. Focus.
or
Yeah.
parent class or child class. Okay,
Yeah. Yes.
or master class or subclass. But people
Yeah.
will say child and parent or
Or
subclass and
base.
superclass.
Mm.
Everything is same.
Mm.
Take my point.
Yes. Yes.
Now go to the next point. Yeah, go to the next point. Okay. Whenever we are talking about the method overriding, it should be two classes. It should be
Mm.
happen two classes.
Mm.
Okay. And the method overriding, let's say for example, the same way how we are acquiring the lands from the parent,
Mm.
how we are trying to get the properties from the parent. But
Mm.
here there is some logic behind the scene. Let's say for example, your father or mother or something else, a last generation having some
Mm.
properties. Okay, that properties, for example, you have your father have 5 acres of land in rural area and he is doing cultivation or something, farming or something. But the situation came to you and the next generation, you might not interested to the same cultivation of farming.
Mm.
Okay, what
Mm.
you will do, you will sell. You will sell the
Yeah.
property in the 5 acres of land. You will sell it, and whatever the lands you have, you will sell it, and you will move to like a city and a small town, and there you can purchase the same some
Mm.
of the land, and you can purchase a house, you can purchase the properties, and you are moving with head,
Mm.
something like that. Okay, here what you did, when whatever the properties given by your parent or the last generation, okay, after acquiring you, means after came to your bucket, what you will do, when that is your own decision, that is your own decision, you're sell that and you're purchasing again.
Mm.
Okay,
Mm.
means what happens is whatever the data or whatever the properties we are getting from the parent class, okay,
Mm.
to the
Mm.
child class
Mm.
again implementing their own logic, means the same method here we are trying to override, and we are going with the other things. That is called as the actual overriding, means whatever the properties we are getting from the parent class, okay,
Mm.
after moving to the child class, we are using the same property, but the business logic is will be overridden.
Mm.
Okay, then the same, that whatever the overridden logic will be there, right? Then method will belongs to always the new class or child class. Here the same way, once the lands are sold out in our rural area, once you move to urban area, you purchase something there. After that, that is in your control. That is not in your father's or mother's control. You are getting a point?
Yes,
Once you
yes.
purchase a new property, that is belongs to you completely. Okay, the same way here, what we need to understand, once the getting the properties from the parent, we'll try to override some logic within the child class. Okay, then once we override, and always the property belongs to the child, not for the parent. Getting my point?
Yes.
The same way here also we'll try to override the method from the parent to the child. Once it is got overridden, and it completely belongs to child class, not the parent class. This is the point we need to understand.
Yes.
Okay, and then second point is what we need to understand here. The second point, let's say for example, once we overridden, that is in our hand, and here we need to understand that completely all the rights are belongs to you only, not for your father. That is one. And whatever the land you purchased in the urban area within your hand or with your name or with as you registered your property, but behind the scene for this property purchasing, the base point is whatever the data, sorry, the base point is your father's property. Get my point?
Yes, yes.
The base is your father's property. Okay, based on that only you purchase something. You means you are using the property, but in some other name, some other format. Getting a point?
Yes,
That
yes.
is nothing but the polymorphism. That is nothing but the method overriding. Hope this is clear.
Yes, yes.
Now, yeah. Now what I will do, I'll go for one example. Okay. Then method overriding will be very easy. See, method overriding, how many classes we require? 2 classes. First point. Okay. That to parent and child. Now what I will do, I'll go for the parent class first. Okay. Here, how many classes are there? Sorry, how many methods are there? 2 methods are there.
Yeah,
Show and demo.
Yes.
Okay, what I will do, I will go for the same 2 methods or same 1 method. I will implement the same thing in the child class. Getting my point?
Okay.
And while implementing overriding, there are some rules. First rule should be this one. The method signature should be the same. What is that? Method signature. Method signature in the sense return type and method name. Okay. Should be matched. And the next thing is order of elements, sorry, order of arguments as well as the number of arguments should be matched, should be the same. Just observe here. See, in the method overloading, what we told, okay, it should be happening within a class. Method signature should be same, and the number of arguments, the order of arguments should be vary or should be changed. That is the rule for the method overloading. But when I comes to the method overriding, okay, when it comes to the method overriding, what we need to think, okay, whenever method overriding happen, we need 2 classes. One is parent and one is child class. Okay, and always overridden will be happen in child class, not in the parent class. Getting my point?
Yes, yes.
Why, in a sense, from the parent to child only we are getting the properties.
Yes.
Hope this is clear.
Yes.
And while implementing the same thing, the polymorphism of method overriding, method name and signature should be the same. Number of arguments, order of arguments will be matched. with the parent.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Then after overriding the actual point, it will become as the child class property, not the parent class property. Hope this is clear.
Yes.
Now what I will do, the same method I will copy. Okay. The same method I will copy. I'll paste it here and just observe.
Already we
Copy
have.
paste.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Let me complete. Okay. See, the same method I copy pasted. Okay. Now after copy pasting, okay, if you observe, see, this is the normal method. Here there is some minus button is there where we can expand or some collapse something. The same thing here, if you observe, the same thing here.
Yes.
But when I copy pasted from the parent to child, then here there is something called, if you are able to see, overrides com.oma.basics, that is the package name, parent class is the class name, and show is the method. Means this property is overridden or overriding from the child, from the parent class to child class. Hope this is clear.
Yes.
Now here to override also we can put. To override also we can put this. Yeah, it's not coming. It's came right. To override. I'll tell the reason. Okay. Now to override is the optional here. Okay. Whether that is called as the annotation. Okay. That is called as the annotation. Whether we are putting that override method or we are not putting the override method, that is your choice. To override is the annotation, but better to have a put that. If you don't know anything, then it's fine. Just try to understand this green button.
Yeah.
This is the first point. What we decided, the return type and the method name is nothing but method signature should be matched to the parent class method. Yeah, the same thing I copy pasted. Getting my point?
Yeah.
And the next thing, what I need to understand, okay, here, while copy pasting, did I change here? Nothing, I didn't change. Okay, now if you observe here, this is the show method, right?
Yes.
Now show method here I'm already calling. Leave it that. Now let me call you dot, if I put, okay, yes, show method. Where is show method?
Down. Child class. Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
Now it's showing the child class, not the parent class. You getting my point?
Yes.
Means after acquiring the lands, it will be become to you, not your parent. Getting my point?
Yes.
Now see control, and if I click on show, it will go to this method, not the parent class method.
Okay.
And let me see, comment it. If I comment it, it won't throw any issue. If I go and control hover the mouse, click on, then it will navigate to the parent.
Okay.
You getting a point? Means whenever we have overridden a method, then that particular method belongs to the child, not for the parent. Means once we acquiring the land, that is belongs to you, not your father. The same thing here it is happening. And till now the business logic is same. You are getting my point?
Yes.
Here what I will do, instead of single line, okay, instead of single line, I can put multiple lines. You are getting my point?
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Now if I run it, what will happen? Always it will give the business logic from the child.
Mm.
Hope this is clear here, right? Number
Mm.
of times
Mm.
it's coming.
Yes, yes.
Here,
And down we got com dot uma.
yeah,
Okay.
yes, yes. Let me
Uh,
let me. Here two string you put.
yes.
Okay,
PP.
this one, this is object, right? If you print the object, it will say like a hash code. That is called
Okay.
hash code.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Still discuss it. Yeah.
this.
Mm.
Academic point. Now,
Yeah.
just try to understand one more. Whatever the like parent properties we are getting, then we made our own decision on top of that, and we are going with our as per the generation point of view. That is called as the method overriding. But
Mm.
method overriding always will be happening to classes. That's why
Mm.
hence we are calling as the dynamic polymorphism.
Mm. Mm. Yeah.
Okay, if you go for
Mm.
any like parameterization methods, the same parameters, what are the parameters here is then the same parameters we need to pass here.
Mm.
It is a 1, 1, 2, 2, no parameter, no parameter. It's quite simple. Okay.
Mm.
Hope
Yeah.
this is very clear now.
Yes. Yes. I'm clear. Yeah.
Okay, the same way you need to tell to the interviewer. The same way you
Okay.
need to understand.
Okay.
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 And
These
you need
type.
to keep in mind always once we are overridden the method from parent to child, then
Okay.
that is our own method. Means that belongs to the child class method for that child class. Whatever the business logic you are writing, or what is the
Mm.
logic you are going to be changed, then it will
Mm.
be available or it will be applicable the child class, not the parent class.
Okay.
These are the minimum points which we need to understand.
Mm. Mm. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Then this is clear. Then we'll move to the another topic,
Yeah.
abstraction. Now, how many points we covered within the OOPS concept? We told that there are main pillars are there we covered.
Mm. Mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
encapsulation we covered. Okay,
Inherit.
next one
Mm.
polymorphism we covered.
Mm.
Inheritance we covered.
Yeah.
Now we have one more point called as the abstraction. See, before moving to abstraction, we'll go for some of the concept called like constructors.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll go for constructor, then we'll go for the like abstraction. Now, what do you mean by constructor, and what is the need of the constructor? When to use, and what are the different types of constructors are there? Do you aware of it?
Yeah, I'm aware of it, but I'm not sure. Please, can you explain me?
Yeah, sure. See, what is the constructor first? And what is the need? And what is the purpose? Constructor is a special type of method, but doesn't support any return type.
Yeah.
First point. The second point is the class name and constructor name should be match or should be the same. Okay. While creating an object for any class with the help of constructor only we are going to be creating. Means to initialize the object. we are going to create an object. We are going to be use the constructors. These are the 3 points which we need to understand.
Yeah.
First one is constructor is a special method or special member function. Does not support. It doesn't support any return type, even void also we are not going to do it.
Okay.
First thing. And second point, what we need to understand,
Class
okay,
name,
the method name or the constructor name and class name should be matched, means should be the same name.
Yeah.
Then only we are calling as the constructor. And when to use the constructor, when we are calling this constructor, whenever we are creating an object. What is that? Whenever you are creating an object, automatically this constructor calls will be happened.
Yes.
Getting my point?
Yes.
Now what we need to understand here. Now let me write one simple class, or else we can reuse the existing classes. Okay. Hello, dear. This one I can go ahead. Okay. Now what I will do, let me copy the same name. I told you, right? Then public, I'll put the same name with the help of class name, but it doesn't write any return type. See here int void something else thing, I didn't put anything. Simply without a construct, without any return type I write it. You getting my point?
Yes.
If I write, let's say for example, if I go for void, what will happen? It doesn't create any problem. Instead of that, it will say some warning. See here.
The bulb is coming over there. Yeah.
Method has a constructor name. What it is saying, boss, this is the method what we are creating, but it is having like a constructor name. Can you change the name if you want to go for the method? Okay. Then what I will do, I will remove this one. This is for example. Now automatically the error, the warning will be gone. Error is different, warning is different.
Yes.
Whenever we have warnings, still we are able to run the job. Still we are able to run the program. But whenever we have errors, compilation errors, we are not able to supposed to run or doing any job. Hope this is clear.
Yes.
Now, what do you mean by constructor? We covered. Next one. Here I'm putting something. System.out.println constructor. Something I'm putting like this. If I run this one, what will happen? It's happening. You're able to see?
Yes. Constructor column.
See, whenever we are going to be create a constructor, that constructor will call whenever you are going to be object. Whenever you are going to be create an object, that time only constructor will call. If you have 10 constructors with different names in the same class, different parameters, I'll tell that. Though we have multiple constructors, if we are not creating any object, then it won't call. You're getting my point?
Yes.
For example, let me comment it, or these are the 3 lines. I'm going to comment it. I commented means object creation is not happened.
Yeah.
Getting my point?
Yes.
Means if I go on 1 minute, I'm not sure why this is. Let me run it. See,
Mm.
it won't call the method. It won't call the anything. And if I enable this one alone,
Only object.
okay, then the constructor, then
It will.
constructor will call. You're getting my
Okay.
point?
Yes,
Means
yes.
whenever you are creating an object, that time
Mm.
only the constructor will be called. How we are calling the constructor without knowing anything we are trying to call. See here, there is a new something is there. Okay, this is nothing but the constructor. This is nothing but the constructor. Now, if you observe here, if I click on, see, control mouse over this one and click on here, automatically it will go there.
Okay.
But if doesn't create any constructor, if I'm not creating any constructor, if I click on it, it will go to the class name. Just observe the difference. Hope you are getting my point.
Yes.
Means without constructor also we are able to run the program, and without constructor also we are able to create a object. Here what we need to understand in the sense, there is a one concept called a default constructor. What is that? Default constructor. Yeah, the default constructor in the sense, whenever the user is created, okay, whenever the user is created a constructor, then it will show and it will go ahead with the constructor. If the user is not creating any constructor, okay, then compiler it will put one constructor while runtime. That is called as the default constructor. Let me repeat that.
Yeah, please.
Whenever the programmer is created one constructor, that is fine. Then it will go to that constructor, it will compile it.
And it will.
If
Yeah.
the constructor is not matching, or if the developer or tester who is the program writer is not putting the anything, he is not putting any constructor, means he is not implementing the constructor, then compiler itself, it will put one constructor that is called as the
Default
default constructor. Okay, that is the reason when I click on it here in the class name, it will navigate to the direct class name.
Yes. Okay.
You're getting my point? See, now if I save it, if I write this and save it, okay, then if I click on it, if I click on this method or new object, then it will point to this one. That we need to understand. Means whenever the user is created a new constructor or default constructor, then always it will map to the locally created constructor. If that is not happen, compiler will put in the runtime by its own one compiler that, by its own one constructor that is called as the default constructor. Hope this is clear.
Yes.
Now we learn 3 points. One thing is the constructor name and class name should be matched. Constructor doesn't have any return type. If you put any return type, it will act as the normal class. It won't throw any other, but it will say some warning. Okay. Then, if the programmer is not putting any constructor, then automatically compiler will insert one constructor that is called as the default constructor.
Yes.
These are the things we wrote it.
Yes.
Now we'll go for another thing in the same subtopic is types of constructors. What is that? Types of constructors. There are only two types. Okay, but what we need to understand here, based on the second type, we are getting the third type. So people will say there are three types of constructors. Okay. Only you need to understand. Just the main category is two, but we need to understand as the three. But if you say to other world, you have to say three types of constructors are available. I'll tell the reason. Okay, now there are three types of constructors. One is default constructor, and second one is parameterized constructor. The third one is overloaded constructor. How many types? First thing is default constructor. Second one is parameterized constructor. Third one is overrided or overloaded. Sorry, not override, overload. Overloaded constructor. Now see how we will do that. Let's say, for example, public void. Sorry, I'm really sorry. Hello world of. I'm putting something. String name. See, if I remove string name, what will happen? It will match to the earlier one. It will say duplicate sum. So to overcome the problem, we need to put it something like. And this is called as the parameterized constructor. Now let me print this value. Okay, the constructor. Okay, constructor value. You're getting my point here?
Yeah.
Now, see, by default, a default constructor will call, okay, and other constructors won't call until unless we create it up. First point, all the constructors when we are only at the time of object creation only. So this is now what we will here. I will go here. Let's say for example here now two constructors are there. Now we click on here. Okay, it will point the second as string some name. Then if I click on it, it will point into the second one. What is the difference? Means whenever we are creating an object, whenever we are creating an object, the number of parameters we are passing, it will map to the respective constructor.
Okay.
So this is clear.
Yes.
The same way how method overloading is working. The same way how the method overloading is working. The method overloading is working. Okay, the method overloading is working. Whenever we are calling a method, okay, number of arguments or the number of parameters while calling the method, it will match it and it will go to the level. The actual parameters will be mapped to the formal parameters. Okay, based on the how many parameters we are sending, how many parameters we are passing. Based on that, it will map to the respective function or respective method. The same way here also, how many parameters are there? How we are passing the parameters or arguments for the constructor, then it will map to the automatically in that particular constructor. Now let me run this one. Now just observe the thing here, whatever the value here I'm passing. Okay, the same value it will point into this one, and from there it is working here. The same way how actual arguments and formal arguments are working. Hope this is clear.
Yes, yes.
Now, see, whenever he created any other constructor, then the default constructor won't work. Though you are declaring the default constructor, it won't call. The reason is you are not calling this default constructor. Instead of that, you are calling other parameterized constructor.
Yes.
Hope this is clear.
Yes, yes.
Now see here, this is called as the default constructor and this is called as the parameterized constructor.
Yeah.
Here, how many points we need to remember? How many arguments we can put it in the sense? I can put it, okay, more arguments here. Okay, now if I single constructor, sorry, now if I go for the name, while passing the parameters, okay, if I pass it now two parameters, then it will map to the last constructor which we created. If I run it, it will go and run the third one, not the first one or second one.
Okay. Okay.
You're getting my point?
Yes, yes.
Means whenever object is creation is happening, at the time of object creation, if you want to pass some data or if you initialize some data to the object, then we are going with the constructors. Okay, how to explain the outer world, how to explain in the interviewer means, what is the need of constructor means to initialize the object. You are getting my point? To initialize the object with some values, we are need or we are going to be use the constructors. Hope this is very clear now.
Yeah.
Now, if you observe here, there is no constructor. Sorry, there is no parameter. Here only one parameter. Here two parameters. Now, if I want to go with the three parameterized constructor, I can. Four parameterized constructor, I can. Likewise, continuously I can use. Okay.
Okay.
Hope this is clear.
Yes.
Now, what we covered, default constructor we covered, parameterized constructor we covered. Now the third one is like overloaded constructor. What do you mean by overloaded? Is something already there, again we are putting on top of that. That is called as the overload. Means the same way. What do you mean by constructor overloading in the sense? Constructor already there. On top of that, we are going to be work on, or we are going to be create another constructor. That is called constructor overload. The constructor overloading, if you observe here, this one, this is one constructor, and this is another constructor, this is another constructor. All these are constructors with the same name with the different arguments, hence we are calling as the overloaded constructor. Hope this is clear.
Please,
are you able to understand something?
No, can you please explain me overloading?
Yeah, overloading in the sense whenever we have one thing, Okay, on top of that, we are putting the same thing again. It's already there. The load is
Okay.
over, complete.
Okay.
But on top of that, again, we are putting something. That
Okay.
is called overloading. The
Mm.
overloading here, if you observe here, okay,
Mm.
here,
Mm.
hello world is the constructor. It is already there.
Yes.
But
Yes.
on
Yes.
top of that, I'm putting two
Some
more
parameter. Okay.
constructors.
Okay. Okay.
It's
Okay.
parametric. Means
Yeah.
the constructor already existing. Still, I'm going to prepare some more constructors. That is called as the constructor overloading.
Okay. Okay. Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Now, hope this is clear.
Yes. Yes.
Now, what we need to understand. Yeah, what we need to understand here. Whenever the user is created some constructor, then it is fine. If the any constructor is not there, then it will point into the default constructor. Even though default constructor also the user is not created, then compiler itself it will create a one constructor that is called as the default constructor.
Mm.
Means at any point of view, if you observe,
Mm.
okay, there should be one constructor is available for the class. That is
Okay.
called as the default constructor. If we are
Okay.
writing some other new constructor, then the default construct will be
Oh.
overridden. It won't come, and
Okay.
the
Okay.
parameterization constructor or overloaded
Mm.
constructor will be come.
Yes. Mm. Mm.
This is the
Mm.
whole agenda of the
Construct.
constructor within a class. No,
Okay. Okay.
constructor within a class. Now,
Mm.
outside of the classes, are you getting my point?
Mm.
I'm not talking about the single class. I'm not talking
Okay.
about within the class. If I have one parent and one child class, you're getting
One
a
time.
point. I have
Okay.
one parent class and one child, or I have another class. If I created any object for the child class, for the parent class, what it will happen? That we'll see.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Here, what we need to understand two things. If it is a first within the class, then it is fine. It will move on. Now,
Mm.
what are the conditions we discussed that will applicable? Now,
Mm.
let's say for example, I have two classes. One is parent class and another one is child class.
Mm.
Okay, the parent class having constructor. What is that? The parent
Parent.
class having constructor.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Now I'm going to create an object for the parent class within the child class. Then parent class constructor will call. Or whenever I'm extending something, see how we are making the connection between one class to another class in the sense extends.
Friends. Yeah.
Getting a point.
Using.
Then the relationship will become as the parent and child. Okay.
Mm.
Now when the parent class having constructors, what is that? When the
Mm.
parent class having constructors, then whenever we are creating an object for the child class, then automatically parent class constructors will be called. I'll show how it will go. Okay.
Mm. Mm.
Now only one point you need to understand. Whenever we are creating a child class object, then automatically parent class constructor will be called. For example, see here. Where is child class? Where is parent class?
First
This
and
one.
last.
Okay.
Mm.
Now I'm going to create. Now I'm going to create one child. Sorry, one constructor for this one. Public. Okay. Here, what I will put here, system.out.println of parent class constructor. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
Now I'll go to child class. Okay. See, I'm stopping these things because you will be in a confusion. Okay. Now see, for the child class, this is the only parent class what we are extending. Now for the child class, there is no constructor. See, if I click on here, it will come like this because there is no constructor. But whenever I'm calling or creating or running this one, let me run this one. Now automatically the parent class constructor will be called. You're getting a point?
Yeah.
Now very simple point. See, in the parent class we have some like a constructors.
Yes.
Okay. And for the parent class, it's not the individual class, it is depending on the another class. Hence, we are
Yes.
not creating any parent class object within the parent class. Instead of that, what we are doing, we are creating an object for all these things in the child class. Okay. Now, in the child class, whenever we created an object for the child class, then automatically the parent class constructors will be called. Hope this is clear.
Yes.
Now, I will create one more thing within the grandparent. Let observe. Okay, let observe public grandparent. Okay.
Yeah.
Now system.out.println of system.out.println of grandparent class constructor. Now tell me what will happen. Now see how many levels up is there, that is secondary. How the methods is accessible, the same way how many levels are up is there, and grandparent, parent, child, something like that. What is the last child we are having? For that last child class, okay, what are the up level classes are there? What are the parent classes are there? Those, okay, those constructors will be called automatically whenever we calling the object or whenever we are creating an object for the child class. Here now I have one grandparent class and one parent class and one child class. You are getting my point?
Yes. Yes.
And I'm going to create an object for the child class. See, for this child class, how many parent classes are there? Here, 2-level multi-inheritance. See, multi-level inheritance, not the multiple. Multi-path or multi-level inheritance. I mean, 2 levels are there. On top of that, grandparent and parent. If I call this one, let's say for example, simple point, if I calling from here, whenever the object creation, see, as of now, I'm stopping this one to get better understanding here. Okay, just I'm calling the method. Now see child class. This one is child class. This one also I'll comment it. Okay, for your understanding purpose. See now parent class constructor is calling first, then parent class grandparent, then parent class constructor. If I go for the same thing within the child class, let's see what will happen. Hope you are getting my point. public
child class.
okay system dot println of child class constructor. Now see what is happening here. You're getting my point?
Child class
Now
constructor.
first write how many levels up is there. From the top level it will execute first. Then below level it will the next level it will execute.
Okay.
On top of that, the last level will be executed.
Okay.
Hope this is very clear now.
Yeah. Now. Yeah.
See, how many levels up is there? Automatically all the levels will be executed.
Okay,
that is the beauty of the constructor. Okay, we are not calling specifically anything, but the word extends the relationship between the parent and child. Okay, based on that relationship only it's calling.
Yes.
And one more thing you need to understand here. The default constructors only will call, but not the parameterized constructors. We are not supposed to call the parameterized constructors within. Now see how many things are there here. If I put any constructor, okay, let me put one more constructor here. Okay, that should be like a
class one, parent class
string
one.
or something.
Okay.
Or something like that. If I ran it, it will point to only the thing.
Okay.
Point. It's not calling this one.
Second one is okay.
That is the okay. That is the thing. See, if this is happening three times, it has to be executed. Three lines, but it came only one line because of this one. Okay. Now, just you need to understand. Whenever we have multiple constructors within the class. Okay, within the class, whenever we have multiple constructors, then whenever we are going to be used in the parent class to child class or child classes or child class object creation, then only the default constructors will be called automatically, not the others. That is the indication. Then if you want to like run the apart from the default constructors, you have to create an object for this specific class, not for the child class and parent class. Getting my point? Yes. For example, if you want to run this one, you have to create an object for this, especially this class, not the other classes. Then only this constructor will be called. Means method overloading, constructor overloaded or parameterized constructors won't call automatically. That we need to call by our own by using creation of the object for this specific class, not the parent class or the child class. Okay. Yeah. This is the point which you need to remember.
Yes.
Now, see, what do you mean by class properties? Tell me. Earlier, we are class properties is nothing but one thing one thing like methods, and another thing is nothing but the like variables or fields or the member variables. Everything is same. Apart from that, these two we are learned one more property that is called as the constructor. Means
Yeah.
whenever we are doing any connection between two classes. You're getting my
Yeah.
point?
Mm-hmm.
When we are getting, we are making any connection between two classes, then we need to observe three things now. How the parameters are happening from one class to another class, how the methods are calling one class to another class, okay, how the properties in the sense variables we are calling from one class to another class, the same way how the constructor is available from one class to another class.
Mm.
The third point. Hope this is clear now.
Yes. Mm.
This is how we need to understand.
Mm.
Okay, before going to be any abstraction layer, we need to understand all these things. Getting my point?
Okay. Yeah.
Now I want to understand how we can cover from the classes from Tuesday onwards.
Yeah. Can we do weekends, Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah, it's fine for me, but this weekend I won't be available. For the next
Yeah.
weekend
This
I will
weekend,
do that.
yeah, this weekend, okay. You're already saying like this week, Monday class, we are going to extend today half an hour, tomorrow half an hour.
Yes.
Um, do you have any other timings in the afternoon? You told like you don't have any option in the afternoon. Do you have any option in the afternoon?
I have in the afternoon. The reason, right? I will be available in the office.
Okay, okay. Mm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not possible. Means
Yeah.
afternoon in the sense, what is the time for your? It's a cooperated time. I mean,
Yeah, in the
for me,
evening.
what is that?
If your your time is like 2:30, 2:30, 3:30, I will be in the home in the evening. 2:30 means 3:30, 4:30, 5, 6, 7:30. For us, it is 7:30. 7:30, 8 o'clock in the evening.
Okay. Okay. What we'll do? Okay.
Mm. Mm.
Tuesday and Wednesday will connect in that way. Okay. I'll try to come to home because it's very near to me.
Okay, Tuesday,
Okay.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday we'll try to connect from home. Okay, the same timing. Okay. See that. If
What
it is
time?
working, then every day will. No. What is that? What I'm trying to say?
Mm.
No, what I'm trying to say. Tuesday and Wednesday. Right.
Mm.
Say Monday there won't be any class. Today will extend. Today and
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Okay. Mm.
Okay, that is one thing. And if you go to that Tuesday and Wednesday, what I can do,
Mm.
I will connect the same time, evening time, your evening time.
Okay. Okay.
You're getting my point.
Yeah. Let's see 1, 2
Your
days
evening,
and then. Uh,
yeah. If it is possible, I will say like I can say like whether I can able to manage or not, right? Then I'll get to know right within these 2 days.
yes. Okay.
Okay. Then we'll
Mm.
try to come there, or else we'll go for the weekend batch or weekend classes.
Yeah. Yeah.
How we need to cover the same thing, we'll see that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we'll go ahead with another topic. And I want to understand now, till now you are doing very practice and good. And hope whatever the topics I covered, you are very much clear and you are able to understand the words, which the way of styling and everything.
Yeah.
You are able to understand, you are able to practice, and once you are able to go to the Google, you should be in a position to understand anything. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
try to do
I'm
now.
able to. Yes.
And I want to understand before starting our classes how your knowledge is there, and after having some classes, how your knowledge is increasing. That I want to understand. It's increasing, and it's hope this is very clear, and we are moving ahead. You are able to do anything.
Okay.
Okay, I want to understand. It's kind of, or if you want to go some fast, better fast also, we'll go for fast. If you are feeling some other like uneasy, and if you are not able to catch the point, then we will go by bit slow.
No.
I think
Current course is fine for me. Yeah.
fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then cool. Then we'll go for the another topic. The main topic here, what we need to discuss here, abstraction.
Yeah.
Okay. For the before learning abstraction, why we went for the parent class and child class and everything is that is the flow. But if you say in the interviewer, first abstraction, then encapsulation, then inheritance, then polymorphism, anyone will tell. But if I say the first time as the abstraction, that is not at all possible to understand. Not only for you, that is everyone.
Okay.
Okay. Hence I moved the topic as the last topic.
Okay.
Now, what do you mean by abstraction, and how we can achieve the abstraction, and how many ways are there to build a program in the Java for the abstraction? Now, what do you mean by abstraction? Abstraction in the sense highlighting the set of services which is offered by the product and hiding the internal implementation.
Yes.
What I mean, hiding the internal implementation of the product and highlighting the set of services what the product is offered.
Yeah.
That is nothing but abstraction. And if you go to real time or real world, anywhere in the world, we are able to see the abstraction.
Yes, obviously. Yeah.
If you go for TV remote, if you go for mobile, if you go for like a laptop, if you go for Eclipse or a software or cloth or food or whatever the items we are going to be in our use in our day-to-day life. Any item. Okay, if you go to that, what happening is it's abstraction.
Yes.
Getting my point?
Yeah.
The abstraction is nothing but here hiding the internal implementation. For example, if you take your mobile, or if you take your laptop, or if you take your remote, or if you go to ATM, see how the things will happen. If you go to ATM, if you put the card, it will say some highlighting points. You have to withdraw money, you have to change the PIN, you have to check the balance, or something else. Some options will be there. Okay, those are called as set of services what the ATM is offering. Okay.
Sorry, Andy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. Sure. See, now what I'm trying to say, whenever you go to the ATM, okay, there are some options to withdraw your money. If it is a cash deposit counter, he can deposit your money. Okay, you can check the balance, you can update the mobile number. Some other features is there. That is called as the set of features which is offered by the the ATM. Okay, that is how we need to understand as the end user. But they are not highlighting how the ATM machine is working, how the logic is there, how they are putting the money inside that. Did anyone say that this is how we need to put the money? No. No one will put. At the same time, if you go to your mobile, if you take your laptop, you are typing something, and the same thing it is displaying in the monitor. But how it is working? Do we need anything to do that? No. We don't want to understand. As point of end user, you don't want to understand how the keyboard is working, how the monitor is working, how the internal system is working. You don't want to understand. If
Yes.
what will happen if the company is supposed to open everything and show to everyone, then what will happen? By
Okay.
using the same chipset, some other company will theft the design and they will show, and this is my product.
Yes.
You're getting my point? And
Yes.
if you go to the ATM and say this is how the money will work, this is the logic where we need to implement like that. If someone is told that what we will do, then every human being will become a thief. Then when the situation is came right, I will go and I will take the money. The same thing for you. The same thing with for others.
Yeah.
Then what is the need? Is there any security will happen in that case? No. See, whenever we are talking about the abstraction, there is some hidden things are there. Means the secrecy is maintaining, the security we are maintaining, the privacy we are maintaining. You are getting my point?
Yes.
Means whenever you go to the mobile iPhone, let's take an example for iPhone. If you want to buy iPhone, buy and we will come in.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we have to know that only how the power button is on, how the touch is happening, how you are able to call, video or audio, chat or other functionalities, how it is working, all the application. But you don't want to understand how the communication is happening between the hardware and software, how the chipset is designed for the Apple. You don't want to understand. If you are trying to understand what will happen, you are not able to get. The reason is it's already abstracted. It's already hidden. Getting my point? If the abstraction is not happen here, what will happen? Every company will theft the design of the Apple. You're getting my point? From there, they will try to build their own product or duplicate product.
Yes.
Then there is no meaning of the iPhone cost. See, someone is the iPhone is 70,000. I'll say I'll redesign the same thing and I'll sell it by 10,000. Then what is the need? You're getting the logic.
Yes.
Hence, we are calling as the abstraction is nothing but there is some security, there is some privacy.
Yeah.
Okay, while highlighting the services and hiding the internal implementation is nothing but the in default, by default, we are achieving some security.
Yes.
Got it? Now, we'll go for the, see, what we covered now. We covered the definition, then real-time examples.
Yeah.
Then the second point, how we are trying to achieve the same thing in Java. There are two ways to achieve abstraction in Java.
Yes.
One point is abstract a class and another one is interface.
Interface. Yeah.
Okay. The first point is abstraction by using abstract class. Second point is interface. Now, before moving to the abstract class, what we need to understand, for example, a class. If you take a class, there I can put constructors, I can put like a variables, I can put methods, I can have main method, I can create the object for the class. These are the 5 things which we need to remember. What is that? Constructors, methods, variables, main method, and object creation. Till now, that's all these things we covered.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if I go for any abstract class, there are some restrictions on there.
Okay.
You're getting my point?
Yeah.
Why the restrictions are there in the sense? There is some security we are maintaining. There is some hidden things we have to hidden. There is some private security we have to provide. Just we are highlighting the outside the world what the system is, how the system will work, the functionality of the system, not the internal implementation. The functionality we are highlighting. Hence, we are calling as the abstraction. If you go to the abstraction, there are two ways. One is abstract class and interface to implement the abstraction in Java. First, we'll discuss about the abstract class, then we'll go for the interface. Okay, now whenever you are thinking, whenever you are talking about the abstract class, we need to understand there are set of rules. First point is abstract class doesn't support, or we are not able to create any instance or object for the abstract class. Hope this is
Okay.
clear.
Yeah. Instance class.
First
Yeah.
point. And the second point is instead of creating here public class, here see public class something class name we are putting.
Yeah.
There we will have one more keyword as the abstract.
Abstract. Yeah. Yeah.
What is that? One more
Abstract.
keyword as the abstract. That abstract is nothing but it's having some security.
Provide. Yeah.
Okay, whenever we are putting an abstract for the class, then automatically we are achieving some security. Means we are not able to create an object for the class. First point. The second point, here we need to understand one more thing as the abstract method. What is that? Abstract method. The abstract method in the sense, the normal method we already know. This is called as the normal method. Show or demo or something you are able to see, right? This is called as the concrete method. Means normal method also we are calling as the concrete method. What do you mean by concrete? In a sense, whenever we are creating a method which is having complete method body, then that particular method we are calling as the concrete method or a normal method. Hope this is clear.
Yes.
The next point. What do you mean by abstract method? Abstract method in the sense, okay? Abstract method in the sense, whenever we have created an abstract method, then there is no body for the method.
Okay.
You're getting my point?
Yeah.
Whenever we are creating a method as the abstract, then it doesn't support the method body. That we need to understand. Getting my point?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Then the next point, these are the 2 points which we need to remember. The first point is we are not able to create any object, and the second point is whenever we created as the abstract method, there is no point of like a method body, putting the method body. Either we need to remove the method body or else we need to make the abstract. I'll show that.
Okay.
Okay, this is the one. And the second point, these are the primary thing. Okay, the major point is whenever we are creating abstract class, okay, there are some unimplemented methods will come. What do you mean by unimplemented methods? In the sense, abstract methods. See, abstract method, there is no implementation. There is no method body. Only declaration is there. Getting my point? Only declaration is there. Hence, whenever we are having declaration only, whenever we don't have the method body, then we need to implement those methods. You are getting my point? We need to implement those methods in some other class or some other implementation class or some other delegation class. Listen the words. Okay, here very clear. You are getting my point, right? Here, whenever abstract class is there, that is always depending on the other classes. The other classes are implementation classes or delegation class. Other classes, how we are calling as the delegation classes or implementation classes. The name, okay? Nothing much.
Okay.
Here, why we need to depend on other classes in the sense, whatever the unimplemented methods are there. What is that? Whatever the unimplemented methods are there, we need to implement those methods. Okay, we need to implement those methods in another class. So that is why we need to depend on other classes.
Okay. We need to implement those methods in
Hope
other
this is
classes.
clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See,
Yeah.
whatever the abstract methods are there, those methods, abstract method doesn't support any method body. Okay.
Yeah.
Means no implementation. Null implementation, nothing implementation. To implement that method body, we need to depend on other classes. Okay. Those classes are called delegation classes. Hope this is clear.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it look like your kid is doing many
Yeah.
things. It's shouted like.
He cranky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and the same thing for me, but luckily my kid is not available. He's in home, actually hometown. Be back in
Okay.
next week. I will
Yeah.
go. I'll pick her the
Okay.
next week.
Luckily, my mom is coming today from India, so from
Oh,
tomorrow onwards, I don't have any problem with him.
okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
No
she
issue.
comes. She's in flight now, right
Okay,
now. Mm.
okay, okay. How the corona is affected in Australia? I mean, is there any problem with that?
Yeah. In Perth, one dead case, and 90 cases
Uh-huh,
are listed out. And they
uh-huh,
are giving
uh-huh.
attention like groceries, any stuff you need to buy.
Okay.
They're stopping importing and exporting. So
Mhm.
government is telling us to buy 2 months of groceries, 2 months of toilet tissues, rolls,
Okay, okay,
everything stuff. And slowly they're going to stop the business as well. Yeah.
okay, okay, okay. Got it, got it.
Yes.
Okay, even I need to do the same thing then. I'm not sure.
Hyderabad also 4 cases are listed in yesterday. 4 cases.
Yeah, yesterday only one case actually, but four positive. I'm not sure whether that is finalized or not.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, okay. Mm.
Yesterday, till yesterday, only one case. The two one
DH.
IT employee. Not sure today. I didn't check the
Oh,
news today.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we'll go to the
Mm.
topic. Now,
Yeah.
whenever we have abstract class, okay, those we need to implement abstract class methods in the another class. Means
Mm. Mm.
always abstract class is the super class. Always the abstract class is the parent class for the another class.
Okay.
Okay. Now
Yeah.
I will write it one thing. Then one more thing is pending. Like how can I say? Whenever we have abstract class, a class is created abstract class.
Mm.
Then in that particular class, in that particular abstract class, we may or may not have the abstract methods. Okay, you're getting my point.
Yes.
Whenever we created a method, sorry, whenever we created a class as the abstract
Okay.
class,
Mm.
in that class, 0 or more abstract methods may have. Means we can use the abstract methods or we may not use the abstract methods.
Mm.
But a class is having any abstract method. A class is having any abstract method. If it is single abstract method also, then that particular class should be marked as the abstract.
Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
now let me create one class. Okay, here as the abstract example. Okay, abstract example. See, I don't want any main method. The reason
Okay.
is
Yeah.
right here. Here we don't want to create any object. Now
Yeah.
see
Need of
what I'm
mistakes.
trying to
Okay.
say here. I will write one method, and within the abstract class we can have constructors. Okay, we can have variables.
Method.
Okay, we can have normal methods and we
Mm.
can have abstract methods. Now
Yes.
public
Why?
void some print or something I'm putting. This is the normal method. Okay. Now here public void show I can put. These are the two common methods, a normal method.
Hmm.
Now, till now it's a normal class. Now, let me create one thing as the abstract. See, whenever I mark this as the abstract, then I'm not able to create any main method. Even though if I create main method, it won't say any error message, but I'm not able to create an object for this one. Just observe, okay?
Yeah. Abstract.
See, it will say cannot instantiate something. Cannot instantiate the type abstract class.
Hmm.
You are getting my point? Means
Yes. Yes.
whenever we are creating an abstract class, then we are not able to create an object. Hence, I'm removing this main method. You are getting my point?
Yeah.
Now, the second point, what I need to understand here, just I will write it system.out.println of this is print method. Okay, print method in abstract class.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
then system.out.println of here show method in abstract class. Now what I will do, I'll create one abstract method, public void display. Now see, this is the method declaration. If I go for this one, it doesn't support. It will say error message and it will give two solutions, whether I need to remove the I need to remove the main this body, or else I need to remove the abstract.
Hmm.
Okay, these are the two things which we need to remember. You're getting my point, right?
Yes. Hmm.
See, what are the suggestions it will give? See, remove the abstract modifier. Then,
Okay.
if I remove it, then it will become as the normal method.
Normal.
You're getting my point?
Yes.
Or else it will ask to remove the method body. The second point is remove the method.
Remove the method body. Okay.
Means whenever we created a method as the abstract method,
Hmm.
then we are not supposed to use the method body.
Okay.
That is the thing. And
Hmm.
whenever we have a class declared as the abstract class, then in that class, whether we can have 0 or more abstract methods. Means 0 in the sense whether we may put the abstract method or we may not put the abstract methods.
Hmm.
Getting my point?
Yes. Yes.
And vice versa, whenever I created a method as the abstract method within one class, then automatically that particular method should, or that particular class should be marked as the abstract. If I remove this one, it will ask the mark as the abstract. Here,
Okay.
make type abstract class as the abstract, or see here, remove the abstract modifier and
Make type.
either two ways. We need to
Okay.
either we need to remove the abstract method, the abstract is the type, or else we have to
Make the
remove
abstract
the
example as a class.
make the abstract. These are the two things. Means
Okay.
whenever we are creating an abstract class within the class or within that, once we are make the note of abstract keyword, then automatically we can have 0 or more abstract methods in the class. Or else whenever we are making a method as the abstract, then that particular class should be marked. There is no other way. We should be marked as the abstract class. Okay, this is how we need to understand. Now I marked as the abstract. Now within the abstract class, how many methods we can put as the abstract methods? That is our choice. We can put 0, means nothing is there, or we can put 2 things, or we can put a number of things. Like that we can put. Getting my point?
Yes.
That is how we need to understand.
Okay.
Okay, now what I will do, I will create one more abstract method. Public void, public abstract void some jump or something else. Print or show or display something else. Now the same problem. Hence, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to remove the body. Now this is how we need to work. And what we need to understand here, if you observe the class name, here there is some small a is there with the green letter.
On top of J, yes. Yeah.
That is called as the abstract. Okay, that is called as the abstract class. If you go with other classes, it won't come like that.
Yes. Okay,
now, what I will do, I'll go to create one more class called delegation class or abstract implementation class. You're getting my point?
Yes.
Here I need, it's a normal class, hence I need a main method. Here what I will do, first point, I will extend the abstract class. Now, whenever I'm extending abstract class, automatically an error message will come. You're getting my point?
Yes.
Hello?
I'm here.
If you hover the mouse on top of that, it is saying add unimplemented methods. If I click on this one, then automatically what are the abstract methods here is there, that many number of abstract methods will be come and implement here.
Okay.
If I am going to add one more method here, public void, okay, public void, sorry, public abstract void or int something else, int add of 2 parameters I'm giving, int a comma int b. This is also will cover, I mean parameterization also we need to become. Now if I mark this one, automatically it will come one more error message. Why? In the sense, because we already implemented 2 more methods, but there is one method still pending to implement. If I go here, add implemented, then automatically that method will be overridden. Hope this is clear.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, see, whenever the methods are overridden from parent class to child class, then these methods belongs to this particular class, not for the parent class. The same concept here again, parent and child relation. Now, happily I can create an object, something, okay? You're getting my point.
Yeah.
Now ABS dot. If you see here, all the methods which are applicable from the child class to parent class or parent class to child class available here.
Yeah.
Here, see, if you observe here, 3 class methods will come. One is object class one. The second one is the abstract class methods which are having these two. You're getting my point. These two methods also available here. Okay. Control space. If you see now, add method called abstract implementation class. Why? In the sense we already implemented this one, are overridden from parent to child. Means abstract class is always a parent class. So hence we are going to be dependent on the another class to implement its methods. Clear? Now the jump is there. The same way if you go for here, abstract implementation class, okay, there are abstract class methods are there. Print and show. Are you able to see, right?
Print and show.
If I ran this one, what will happen? The abstract class methods will be print. Print method from abstract class. At the same time, ABS dot show. ABS, right? ABS dot show. Here, it belongs to the abstract class. See now here, what we need to understand, these are the override methods from the abstract class. But there is some small thing which we need to understand. That is nothing but the display method is implements. See, if you over this one, see the green mark is not there, but instead of that, there is some like a white mark or some other mark. The gray color mark is there, right? Arrow mark.
Yes.
Okay. Now see, it's saying that implements, not the override. Just remember the word. See, whenever we have interface and whenever we have abstract class and the body of the method, the body of the abstract class having some abstract method, the same we are trying to implement in another classes. Hence, we are calling here as the implements. Getting my point?
Yes.
And let's say, for example, if I'm going to use the same method within this class, it will say the green method and it say always override. Okay, now what is the difference between implements and here implemented method and what is an overridden method? Now I want to understand. But both are having the override method, override annotation. We can put this one as well. Now something you're getting some doubt, right?
Then what's the difference of having
Hello?
implement? Yeah. Hello?
That's what. Let me complete. Okay.
Okay.
See here we are saying that it's a overridden method. This is the overridden method which is a overridden from the parent class. That parent class type is normal abstract class.
Yes.
This is normal method overridden which we discussed, okay, early today. Okay. Now this is nothing but the override method, but it's a implementation method. Implementation in the sense, this implementation doesn't having anything. The null implementation is getting from the parent to child, and in the child class we are implementing something. Hence we are calling as the implemented class or implemented methods. Hope this is clear now. After implementing or after overriding, after overriding or after implementing, all these methods are belongs to this particular class. As a C normal, we will go ahead. Okay. Hope this is clear.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll stop it from here today. And what I will do, I will continue the same session by tomorrow, and we'll try to close the session. I mean, complete the abstraction and with including interface by tomorrow. We'll see that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm leaving the from the meeting. Okay, we'll connect by tomorrow. Okay,
Yeah.
the same time and same 1.5 hour we'll try to connect.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye.